Before you start this next task, you need to make sure your portfolio is at the same stage as mine. So I've done tutorials 1, 2 and 3. I've added the basic text to the page, I've added the navigation bar and changed the colour scheme, and I've added the photo gallery, which is the PowerPoint presentation, tutorial 3. If you're happy that you've done all those things, we can move on to adding a second page. My second page is going to be about a hobby, about music. So this could be a bit like one of the pages you're doing about a hobby or achievements. All the design ideas I'm putting in here are really to teach you different skills, and you'll be able to lay out your pages however you wish. I'm going to go to the next page here, section page 1. I'm going to rename it music. So if I right click on it and go to page properties, I can actually type in the word music. And here, file name, I can type music.html. So that's the actual website address name that will appear up in the website address, music.html. If I say OK to that, you'll see that the navigation bar has updated based on that change. Now I'm going to add a heading on this page first of all, and I want to have a sort of strip of colour behind the heading. So I'm going to use a shape for that. I'm going to go to the quick rectangle shape, and I'm going to draw in a shape that lines up with my nav bar there, so you can see you get a red line. I'll draw the shape in. I'm going to take it across to the same sort of margin on the other side of the page. And this is where I'm going to put my heading. I'm going to use a fill colour, and I can choose all my colour scheme colours because they're all at the top of the paint pot here. So let's choose a light grey. And I actually want it to have a light grey line as well, so it looks like there's no line. So I've now got a grey section at the top of my page for a title. I'm going to use the artistic text for my title. And I'm going to put the word music. Now you might like to think about using a contrasting font for titles on your site. So it might be that you want to explore the fonts and choose a contrasting font for titles. So for example, if I was going to use the font Georgia, and I use a certain colour here, let's use the green, then it would be sensible to go to my home page and do the same on my home page. So you want everything to match. Make your site look really, really good. So any main headings should have the same colour and font throughout the site. I'm going to add some text to the site. I'm going to use a text box because it's going to be a description of my musical activities. So I'm going to put a bit of text across the top here. Now the text you can copy from a Word document that's in the Design Choices folder. So this block of text here can go at the top of the page. So you can copy that. I've just done Control-C for copy and paste it into this box. What I want you to think about is choosing a sensible font and splitting the text up. So if I go back to my home page, the font that I'm using at the moment is Verdana. Now you could make a change to that if you like. I'm going to stick with Verdana, so I need to make all of this writing Verdana as well to make it match. So I'm going to scroll up and see if it's at the top. Yes, because I've been using it recently. And I'm going to make that text a little bit bigger, but not too big, because it is sort of main text on the page. Now there's a lot of text there and it needs breaking up, so I'm going to break it up into a couple of different bits. I'm going to use some line breaks or paragraphs. So I'm going to put this one, I have also taken part in the following concerts. I'm going to put that onto a new line. And then we've got a list here. It says I've also taken part in the following concerts: Christmas Show 2013, School Summer Concert 2013, and it's basically a list. If you've got a list, it's a good idea to use something like a bullet list. So I'm going to press enter and bullet point all of these. And I'm going to get rid of the commas. So you can make a bullet list on the page. So I'm just going to go through, and text layout is quite important. Now that box just isn't big enough, so let's make it bigger. And there's another one to add to the list here. And then this last sentence, I'm hoping to keep studying music. I'm going to put that down at the bottom, and I'm going to get rid of the bullet points there, so backspace to get rid of them. I've used a bit of space between the lines, or it's automatically put a bit of space between the paragraphs, so that looks quite nice. That text is actually a bit big on the page now, so let's go back down to say 14 or even 12 and keep it quite professional. So you don't want really big writing on your site. Notice that this box, this text box, is lined up with the grey box above. Now if you're using a different colour scheme to me, you can choose any colours you like and any fonts that you like, but try and make the heading font match the heading on the home page, and the main text font match the blocks of text you've got on the home page, and try and get to that stage now.